What did I think about ESPN First Take doing James Harden versus Dwayne Wade? And what was that all about? Really? What are they trying to do? First of all, everybody know Dwayne Wade is a better two guard than James Harden, a better leader. The only thing James Harden had over Dwayne Wade is he was a higher scorer. And he got a league MVP and a player's MVP. Other than that, he was not the player Dwayne Wade was. When did James Harden elevate anybody else? Now, you got these bonehead jive turkeys on TV trying to make LeBron James as the GOAT, second greatest player ever. How do you think he got there? How do you think he got even in the discussion? Because he had to go through Miami and ask his best friend at the time how to win on a level. The only thing Stephen A. Smith said is that when Dwayne Wade said that Bill Russell and Michael Jordan are on the 30th floor and he's on the 25th floor, and he said, don't downplay your greatness. I agree with that. I hold Dwayne Wade in high regards, okay? I'm one of the few people on the planet who's going to say what I say. He's tied for second as the second greatest two guard with Kobe Bryant to me. Because, you know, Kobe got 2 more rings than him, and he scored more than him. I think if you give him equal footing with Shaquille O'Neal in the right situation, I think they would have been like neck and neck. Scottie Pippen once said he had them neck and neck himself before he conceded to Kobe. But the bottom line is, to me, it's still close. Because I think that with both of them, with the right squad around them, I think it's a dead heat. And I think they both did things better. I'll take D-Wade on defense, and I'll take Kobe on offense. Neither one of them is touching Jordan, but I think you could split hairs as far as the second best two guard. And that's my personal opinion. People don't like it, feel free to hit comments. Because as a team leader, that man he's one of the 10 most disrespected players ever. He led that 06 team. Now, you can blame, say, the rest with this and all that. He had to make shots. He came up big, and he balled. And the year that he led the league in scoring, same number as Steph Curry. He didn't get his due. And as a matter of fact, that ain't the only thing he shares with Steph, because they were the running team before Golden State took over. The other thing, he is a superstar who could defer and still hold his own. Because Dwayne Wade, no matter what you put there with him, he was always a threat. And he was a great talent, great player. He doesn't get his due. He doesn't get his due. But this thing, and James Harden was a great scoring machine. But James Harden had situations. Now, as a 6th man from OKC to Houston, got his Kevin McHale on. As a matter of fact, Kevin McHale was his coach in Houston with Dwight Howard. But James Harden, Party Hardy, Boogie, had Peyton, before Peyton Manning won a ring, he was considered what? Before he won his 2 rings, he was considered paper champion. That's James Harden's status. It's like one of the baddest regular season players you ever saw. And I ain't going to argue that. If you want to throw James Harden deserves to be one of the 10 greatest players that ain't never win no ring in the NBA, fine. If you almost want to put him top 5 or 6, you can. But that postseason makes him horrible. And he be good for 2 games, and then he's out to Eddie's Bar and Grill getting drunk, and his belly's hanging out. And suddenly, that magic wand known as his beard can't draw a wind of breeze of nothing. Because he's walking, and he's getting... Remember when Ginobili blocked his shot from behind the next series against the Spurs? That's when the Kardashians, all on video, all inebriated, hanging out and going to Paris. And his season was always ready for Cancun. He's always been a dude that took the money and ran. It didn't work in Brooklyn. It didn't work in Philly. He left a trail of broken hearts. He's that shoulda, coulda, woulda. And people are going to try to bring that up. You know, he never did it in the postseason, so it ain't close. There are multiple seasons to this. And I can make a case that D-Wade got robbed out of a regular season MVP. James Harden got one, so I can make a case for D-Wade. So what on concrete besides scoring more did James Harden do better than Dwayne Wade? And it's not even close. Because he was the dude that, as great as he was as the offensive force, right, he didn't flip the script like Steph Curry did. And he couldn't will the team. As great as he scored, it wasn't like Kevin Durant's style where he came there and it was what did he do? He pouted in Brooklyn, and he pouted in Philly, and he ain't gone to the Clippers. And he has some good moments. And you know what? Like I said before, he's going to be the most polarizing player when he cracks 30,000 points. Because that's when you're going to look at numbers. It's going to kind of be like the Rafael Palmeiro syndrome. A guy who's got all these stats. And look, Palmeiro deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. I don't hear nothing about no juicy juice. The stats say he should be. He didn't do nothing, though, in terms of it mean anything. He got a lot of numbers. Well, that's James Harden's situation. Yeah, he got league MVP, but in terms of the impact to taking your team over the hump and cross that line when you had chances, he never delivered. So therefore, you know, and when Dwyane Wade says that your floor is below, I know what he's saying because Harden ain't got no ring. Harden's ring, and the thing about it is, if I was to sit him up next to Elgin Baylor and Karl Malone, he ain't better than those guys. Now, I give him an edge over Patrick Ewing. I give him an edge over Reggie Miller. I can tell you guys, I can't give him an edge over Dominique Wilkins. I can't do it. And I can't really do it over Bernard King. See, I'm just gonna keep it 100 about him, because he wasn't that dude that I was not like that. Now, you better off if you compare James Harden with Vince Carter. You get an interesting debate there, but not up against no Dwyane Wade. Dwyane Wade's one of the 25 greatest players ever, top 25, top 20. You make case for D Wade, and he's in that first tier, that first circle. James Harden is not. He's the woulda, coulda, shoulda, but that's like Vince Carter, and I'm just keeping it 100. So people, and Chris Paul kind of falls in that back. You know who they is? Stop trying to manipulate cats that were never was in this argument. And oh yeah, let me address this. Just because I said that I rank Kobe and D Wade tied for 2 guard all time does not mean I don't have Kobe higher. See, I don't go by just your position. Like, I can give someone a position and say, yeah, I think you better than. I'll give you that title. But when I look at all around totality, I rank you higher. It's like my argument for Magic and Steph. I think Steph, as a point guard, I'll take him over because of what he did, especially with the less that he had, because he had no show. He didn't have all that. But you ask me who scares you more, it's Magic. That's my personal opinion. So I will gladly explain it away. But ESPN and Shannon Sharp talking about it's close. It ain't close. Close in what? Dwyane Wade left James Harden at the bus stop. He can't will a team. He had opportunities. Look at who he done played with. Look who he played with. And he never got it done. And he played with some guys. He played with CP3. He played with Russell and Durant. He came back and played with Durant and Kyrie. He came back and played with Joel Embiid. Now he's playing with Kawhi Leonard. I am not. You give Dwyane Wade half of that, he got 2 more rings on his finger, maybe 3. There's a difference between being a winning player and a guy who stat pads his situation. And there's a big gap. It's a big but gap. And that's why I'm going to leave it at that. Please like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another. Share it if you like. Hit that membership. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. And I don't know what ESPN was trying to do bringing this up, because what they trying to do. I mean, this ain't even something that First Take. Of course, it's D Wade. And Shannon Sharp need to get out his hater rate. When a man leads a team and is an ultimate team player, and you can win with him, and he know how to defer and do all the stuff D Wade did, and he put Miami on the map as a player. For the haters who don't like it, it was Wade County. He saved Pat Riley's behind and saved him a lot of money, and Mickey Austin, and they owed him. They should have made him a part owner. But that's another video, another story. And he was huge for Shaq being there and Alonzo being there while you jiving. Because you don't talk about Heat basketball without having D Wade, number 3, first and foremost. It's the GOAT Miami Heat player and one of the greatest players ever who never gets his due. So I don't know where this James Harden mess is coming from. Because James Harden, as great as he is, the offensive talent and all that, right? Calvin Murphy did more with Moses Malone than I seen James Harden do with Dwight Howard. I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm out.